Students, families, counselors, good morning, and thank you so much for joining us for the Kansas Virtual College Fair. A few housekeeping items about the format of today's program before we get into these 6 colleges. We are doing a 6x6 model. So what that means is each of the colleges today will be presenting for 6 minutes on their unique institutions, and they will be able to answer your questions throughout the duration of the session. So they are here for you for the next 45 minutes. They'll be presenting on their institution just for the 6 minutes. If you have questions for about the general college search process or general questions, you're welcome to ask them at any time. If you have questions for a specific institution, you are also welcome to ask those at any time. You don't need to be waiting for the University of Oklahoma to present to ask questions of the University of Oklahoma. So please feel free to use the questions at any point throughout the session. If you ask a general question, do any of you have a biology program? All 6 of my colleagues are going to be responding. If you ask a specific question, hey, Oklahoma City University, tell me about your biology program, Oklahoma City University will reply with their biology program specifically. Your camera and your microphone are turned off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. The only way to ask questions is through the Q&A button that you see on your screen. When you submit a question, it does get sent to all 6 of our presenters, and they're going to work to answer them during the session when they are not presenting, and then we've got some time at the end for some questions as well. This is one of 3 hours of this college fair today. So you see these 6 colleges now. There are 6 presenting in the next hour and 6 in the next hour. You'll have to leave this room and come to another one to see the next 6 colleges, but we encourage you to check out the other programming and sign up for another session in the next slot. We are recording this session. The recording will be made available very quickly on the Kansas Acro website. The same place you went to register, you'll be able to see that recording. So if there's another college presenting during this exact same 9 o'clock slot that you'd like to see, maybe stay in this room and you can watch the recording of the other session very soon once we get that turned around. And now I'm going to encourage my colleague from Oklahoma City University, grab screen share from me. As they do, this is the order we're doing: Oklahoma City University, Oklahoma Panhandle, University of Oklahoma, followed by, oh, I just lost my screen, followed by Oklahoma State University, University of Alabama, and Florida Southern University. They'll all be presenting for their 6 minutes. So Karen, looks great. Everything looks beautiful. Go ahead and take it away for Oklahoma City University.
Great. Thanks, Zach. You told me to start grabbing the screen, so I just went ahead and did it. Hi, my name is Karen Babb. Good morning, everyone. I'm an admissions counselor here at Oklahoma City University. I help Kansas students and Midwest students with their admissions process. So diving right in, Oklahoma City University, we are a private university established in 1904. We are a co-ed university as well, located right here in the heart of Oklahoma City. So you can see a breakdown of our student population. So we have roughly 1,600 undergraduate students here at OCU, and we bring in about 400 new students each year. So what that means for you, we have an 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio with an average class size of 17 students. All of our classes are taught by professors. No classes are taught by grad assistants, which is really important when you're trying to apply for a job, an internship. Your faculty are going to know who you are, be able to give you great recommendations. Our faculty care about you professionally and personally. And so more about our academics. So you can see here on the left-hand side, OCU students, the science students have a 85% acceptance rating into medical, dental, and PA school. And by the second year that med students apply to medical school, we have a 100% placement rating. So we're pretty good about getting you into med school. Our School of Business students have access to Bloomberg terminals, and so you'll actually be Bloomberg certified whenever you graduate. So that looks really great on your resume as well. And the business school is in the top 4.5% of business schools worldwide. And moving on to the nursing school, we're actually ranked #1 nursing school in the state of Oklahoma, and we have the top 50 best nursing programs in the country. So a little bit about pre-professional programs here and minors. Just to let you know that we do have pre-professional programs and minors and certificate programs. You can see the list here. And then I saw in the chat about psychology and broadcasting. We do have both of those degrees as well. So I'll just answer that verbally. Moving on to our performing arts side of campus, we're very well known for our performing arts. We are the #1 dance program in the nation, and then we're consistently in the top 10 of music programs in the nation as well. Our School of Theater hosts the most undergraduate performances out of any university in the country, well, typically without COVID happening. And we usually would have the most Broadway's performers on Broadway, but not necessarily right now. So college wouldn't be anything without campus traditions. A few traditions we have at OCU are a lip sync battle during the fall homecoming week where students put together a performance and do it lip sync style. It's a really fun competitive program we have. We have a Love Not Hate Day. So that's really important for our student body to feel appreciated and feel like they're here at home. We also participate in Dance Marathon, which benefits the Children's Miracle Network. And then we also engage in study abroad opportunities. So you can see the top picture of the people taking a picture of the trees. They're actually biology students, and there's probably some animal up in that tree. So they go to Oaxaca, Mexico every December to study biology there. And you can't walk across campus without seeing someone you know, whether it's people studying on the lawn or a class held outside. Yesterday I was walking across campus and I saw a theater students performing some type of show, and it was really entertaining to stop and watch them. So we have about 80 student organizations, which I think is really large for the size of our campus. We have about 4 sororities and 2 fraternities, and 25% of our students are involved in some type of Greek life. We have plenty of intramural sports and a fitness center. And you can see here our performing arts students, we have a special thing for them. When they're a senior, they actually get to participate in a senior showcase in cities such as New York City, Dallas, Chicago, and LA, where talent agencies will be at those. And so this is how they basically get their jobs. So we really want to help students not only get a great education here, but how to get a job as well, because that's really important for college. So we are in the NAIA division. In athletics, we participate in 22 sports, and we're #1 in our division. We've won a national championship in at least one sport over the last 27 years. And then last year we won a championship in men's cross country. So a little bit about how you get into OCU. You can see here, we have multiple ways of getting into OCU because we know that it's been difficult to take the ACT. So we have 2 options for that if you have the ACT or if you have a class rank. But say you don't have either because you're a homeschool student, we'll just review your application on a holistic review process. And you can see the other qualifications we have there. A little bit about scholarships. These are our 2 group-based scholarships. These are automatic scholarships, and they're stackable up to the full cost of tuition. These you get based off of your application, and so you can continue to take the ACT all the way through next July to raise your score. And so if you're a performing arts student, that is going to be based off of your audition. And so all auditions this year are going to be taped auditions, just note that. And we also have a really great competitive scholarships as well. And these are based off of your application. And I'm actually the one to recommend you for these scholarships. So you can see if you have more questions, you can contact me. Jot down my email real quick, my phone number. It was really nice to chat with y'all, and leave me questions in the chat box. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Karen, for sharing that information. And a reminder, this is our schedule. We're in the A4 grouping here. So next up, we've got Oklahoma Panhandle University. Oklahoma Panhandle University, feel free to grab screen share from me and get ready for your presentation. And as Sarah does that, students, a reminder, send in your questions at any point through that Q&A button that you see on your screen. The colleges will work to answer the question during the session and at the end of the session as well. And they are all presenting for this 6-minute block. So as Sarah gets ready for this presentation, everything looks good. Go ahead and take it away, Sarah.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sarah. I am the admissions counselor at OPSU, as well as a recent graduate. I want to start by showing you a little video of what our campus looks like. There's no sound with this, so go ahead and just enjoy the pictures as they come across, get a feel for what our campus looks like. And now that you've seen campus, I just want to tell you a little bit more about us. We have about 1,500 students here at OPSU, giving us a 14-to-1 student to faculty ratio and average class size of just 16. Those smaller numbers really give us an advantage over larger universities. It gives you a lot of one-on-one time with your professors, as well as time for those hands-on learning experiences. We're the fastest growing university in our region. That's an area of 250 miles in all directions. We have alumni in 26 countries in all 50 states, which means from OPSU, you truly can go anywhere. Just tell us what you want to do, where you want to go, and we'll find somebody and get you there. We're the first and only Hispanic serving university in Oklahoma, which means at least 25% of our student body is Hispanic, and that's something we take a lot of pride in. So if you are Hispanic or interested in that culture, we have a lot of opportunities for you here. We also offer $4.5 million in scholarships annually. We have 3 different colleges here at OPSU: the College of Ag, Science, and Nursing, the College of Business and Technology, and the College of Arts and Education. One of my favorite things about the College of Ag, Sciences, and Nursing is there's actually 3 on-campus facilities that you get a lot of one-on-one time in, and a lot of your labs and classes are in. So you get that in the field experience. We have a university farm if you're interested in those ag majors. We have the greenhouse, same thing, those hands-on plant labs. And then we actually are one of 2 campuses with a meat lab. So if you're interested in meat sciences or just want an on-campus job or want to purchase a fresh steak, you can go in there. Our College of Business and Technology has 2 clubs that are nationally recognized. And our College of Arts and Education offers a scholarship we call the Panhandle Promise, where if you teach out here in the Panhandle for 2 years after getting your education degree, it's a full ride scholarship. A little bit about our costs. If you look up in that corner with the red circle, you can see our average cost for a semester. You can see we're actually super affordable. And on top of that, 89% of our students get some type of financial aid. We have scholarships that come from within your department that can cover your dorms. We have ACT, GPA scholarships, and so many more. We have a checklist of 250 scholarships. Just mark the ones you're interested in, you want to apply for, send that in, and we distribute your application. So you don't have to write 250 essays or anything crazy like that. For athletic scholarships are made by coaches. So if you want to connect with a coach, let me know. I'd love to get you their information. And we don't charge any out-of-state tuition. We have 3 on-campus housing options. We have traditional dormitories. We have an all-male dorm and then a co-ed dorm. It's co-ed by wing if that's something you're concerned about. Those come fully furnished and the RAs are wonderful people. The IG apartments are open to upperclassmen. They have 4 bedrooms, a living area, and then a little kitchenette, as well as 2 bathrooms. And then the IG annexes that are duplex. They have 2 bedrooms. One's a little bit bigger, so you can fit 2 people in there. And they have a full living room, kitchen, bathroom. We compete in 16 different athletic events right now, and we're getting back soon. If you're interested in any athletics, again, let me know. I would love to get you coaches' information, as well as let you know that almost all of our athletic facilities have been remodeled or redone recently. And it's just really great facilities out here. Come check them out, please. Maybe if technology wants to work for me. A little bit about student life here on campus. We have so many events going on all the time. Everything is free with your student ID. We have things from inflatables up in our courtyard to movie nights in the theater, just a lot of fun stuff to do. We have 42 clubs and organizations on campus, so there's definitely something for you to find your fit in and get involved with. And we also have the Noble Activity Center. It has so much to do in it. Basketball courts, volleyball courts, racquetball, ping pong, a running track, weights, ellipticals, a lounge if working out isn't your thing. That's got pool tables, couches, TVs, and it also has a heated saltwater junior Olympic sized pool. So it's just a really great place to hang out, meet new people that you might not meet other places. And if you have any more questions about OPSU, these are the steps you would need to take to apply, and go ahead and take a screenshot of my contact information. I'd be happy to talk to you guys. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Sarah, for sharing that information. And next up, a reminder of the schedule. We have University of Oklahoma. We're here in the A4 session. So University of Oklahoma, go ahead and grab screen share from me, please. As they are grabbing screen share, reminder, there is some time at the end that we will cover general questions, and we're happy to answer those at the very end. But type in your questions for overall institutions or for specific institutions throughout today's session. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Christy from University of Oklahoma.
Hi, everyone. I'm Christy. I am the Assistant Director for Admissions and Recruitment at the University of Oklahoma. I am based in Kansas City, and I am here to best support our Kansas and Missouri Sooners. The OU campus is one of the most beautiful in the country, and we are a traditional residential walking campus. So anywhere your classes are, or from the freshman residence halls, all of your classes are going to be within like a 10 to 15 minute walk, which is really, really great. And as you can see this beautiful scenery as you're going. So there are going to be some QR codes in the top right corner that you can scan at any time if you would like to join our mailing list. So, in here. There we go. We are located in Norman, Oklahoma. Our students benefit from the proximity to the state capital of Oklahoma City. We're around 2 hours and 45 minutes from Wichita, close to 4 hours from Topeka, and right around 5 hours from the Kansas City area. Oklahoma City also offers a lot of great internship and job placement opportunities for our students, as well as providing arts, culture, concerts, nightlife, and of course, professional sports. We are really close to the Oklahoma City Thunder. While we are a large public tier 1 research institution, we are really proud to keep our class sizes small and offer our students the chance to be more than a number, but rather be seen, understood, and encouraged to excel, create, and pursue their goals at OU. We want to know our students' names and not just an ID number. So you're not going to be a number on our campus, even though we are a large research institution. So we do offer 170 programs of study at OU. There really is something for everybody. With the National Weather Center on our campus, highly ranked performing arts, a student-run advertising company in journalism and mass communication, and a complete health sciences center, we really do have it all. When applying to OU, you can come in undecided and still graduate in 4 years. In fact, most freshmen start in University College, our freshman exploratory college, before officially declaring a major at the end of freshman year and moving into a degree granting college. We also offer study abroad opportunities in over 80 countries and 200 different cities around the world, while also providing OU study centers for our students that are located in Arezzo, Italy, and Puebla, Mexico. And these give you the opportunity to study abroad while still paying the same that you would pay while you're on the Norman campus. At OU, we use a holistic review for admission, which weighs your academic merits, extracurricular activities, admission essay, and letters of recommendation as predictors of academic success. Effective for students applying this year and for the next 5 years, you will be able to apply test optional. We are also super scoring your ACT and SAT. When you are able to take those, we do recommend that you take them multiple times. And this will allow you to also self-report your scores for admission and scholarship purposes. If you select to self-report your scores, you will need to send us your test score so that we can verify it before enrollment. And if you are going to apply test optional, I do suggest making sure you have those letters of recommendation so that we can get a full and complete review of you. So applying by our early action deadline that you see there, November 1st, this is going to offer you priority for things like admission, merit-based scholarships, leadership and community awards, financial aid, and early access to housing and the honors college application. So those are going to be fantastic incentives for students who apply early, but you do still have until December 15th to send your application to the University of Oklahoma and still qualify for merit-based awards. I am also a graduate of the university, and I personally know the student experience at OU is why over 400 students from Kansas and Missouri have found their home at OU. with great academics and involved student life. As you can see, we have over 550 different student organizations that range from club sports, intramural sports, to lettuce eating club, or if you're interested in a fantastic Greek life, 1 in 4 students at OU participates in Greek. But having a beautiful campus, numerous study abroad opportunities, and of course, a chance to scream Boomer Sooner at football games on Saturdays, we hope you'll consider learning more about OU. And anytime you have questions, I am happy to help you with those, as I am your advocate when it comes to admission, scholarships, and more. So if you have any questions, please feel free to throw those into that chat section, and I look forward to working with you this year.
All right, thank you so much, Christy, for sharing that information. I'll do a reminder of the schedule here for our next institution. Next up, we have Oklahoma State University. So Oklahoma State University, feel free to grab screen share from me. And as Caitlin is doing so, there are some great questions coming in through that Q&A. So continue using that Q&A, submitting your questions to our admission friends who will work to answer the question during the session. And Caitlin, everything looks great. I'm gonna hand it over to you.
Oh, I almost started talking with my mute on, like I haven't learned that yet. Hello, everyone. Like he said, my name is Caitlin Middleton, and I am the admissions counselor for the state of Kansas for Oklahoma State. So let's just hop right in. Oklahoma State is located in Stillwater, Oklahoma. So we are about an hour from Oklahoma City, about an hour from Tulsa, about 2 hours from Wichita, and about 4 hours from the Kansas City area. So definitely within driving distance, can make a day trip, but far enough away to get away from home, right? So Stillwater is your typical college town. We are a smaller town where the town is centered around the university. So everybody loves Oklahoma State. A lot of people within the town are alumni. So we have a lot of pride here, and you get that traditional college feel. So we are a mid-sized university. We have about 22,000 undergraduate students. Out of those, about 26% are out-of-state students. We represent all 50 states and over 100 countries. We also have opportunities for graduate programs and PhD programs if you want to continue your career here. We also have the only vet school in Oklahoma, so that is something that we pride ourselves in. We are a land grant institution, so this is kind of similar to K-State. We are a state institution. We get money from the state to provide a learning experience for every student. So this just means that you're going to get more hands-on learning and more opportunity for scholarships. Now, we are a top-tier research institution, and this just means that you are going to get a lot of that hands-on learning as an undergraduate student, whereas in some colleges you wouldn't get that until you were at a graduate level. So we have over 200 majors here across 5 academic colleges. Some of our most popular colleges are our Ferguson College of Ag, obviously a land grant institution based on agriculture, and then our College of Engineering. So those two are going to be our most popular and what people really come here for. However, we are growing and expanding all of our academic colleges. On the right, you will see our McKnight Center for Performing Arts. So this is something that has, we've just built in 2019. And so we are getting a lot more in the performing arts and in those human sciences and arts and sciences majors. We have over 200 majors. We have pre-professional, pre-med, pre-vet, pre-PT, pre-OT. You can add those to any major that you want. Some of our unique majors are zoology, that is not offered everywhere, so it is super unique to us. We also have interior design and fashion merchandising. So those are really popular, and we also have professional pilot. So you can actually get your professional pilot's license here. We have our own fleet and our own airport specifically for students. Now, our application is currently open. We do have rolling admissions, so as soon as you submit your application along with all of the information needed, we will get you admitted as soon as possible. So we just need your application. We are not on Common App, and that is because your application for the university will double as your application for scholarships. So we'll just need you to complete your application, turn in your transcript, and then test scores if you have them. If not, we are test optional for spring and fall of 2021. So we do not require a test score for admissions. And then your application fee, or if you're interested in a fee waiver, reach out to me and I would be happy to tell you how to get that. So that completes your application for the university. And then for scholarships, we'll just need 2 short essays and a leadership and involvement resume. We have 2 different ways to be admitted to Oklahoma State. This is our assured admission. So I like to say that this is kind of like a benchmark. Don't take these numbers too seriously. This just means that if you do meet this criteria, then you are automatically admitted to Oklahoma State. If you don't meet this criteria, then we have what we call a comprehensive review. This is just a more holistic approach to admitting our students. It means that we're going to look at more than just test score and GPA. We're going to look at your whole transcript. We're going to look at your essay questions, your leadership and involvement, what you have been involved in, things like that. So this is just a benchmark. So we have several different scholarship opportunities, and I'll talk about specific opportunities next. But I do want to say that we only have 1 scholarship deadline this year, and that is on February 1st. The earlier that you get things admitted, though, the best opportunity you have for other scholarships. So there might be some that go out before that. So if you have everything submitted before then, you will be in tip-top shape. We also have assured scholarships, which is what I'm going to talk about next. And we don't have reciprocity with any of the bordering states. And this is the scholarship that brings down the out-of-state tuition to get you closer to the in-state cost. And then we also have academic competitive scholarships. So this is where we are going to send your full application to the college that houses your major. And then they have a committee that will distribute all of those scholarships. Now, like I said, this is one of our assured scholarships. So this is based on test score and GPA. So the GPA is a 3.0 unweighted. And then if you meet one of these 4 criteria, you will get the scholarship amount that goes with it. This is our GPA only scholarship. So if you have not been able to take the test, then go ahead and submit everything and we will have GPA only scholarships. We have several student organizations on campus, study abroad, networking opportunities, and career services. My time is almost up, so I'm just going to go to the end to give you my information. We are having daily campus tours every day, so if you want to come on campus and see us, you can join us every day at 9:30 a.m. And then here's my information, my phone number, and my email address. Feel free to text me, call me at any time. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Caitlin, for sharing that information. Next up, we have the University of Alabama. Amanda, feel free to grab screen share from me. And as Amanda is doing so, reminder to use that Q&A and get your questions into our reps who will spend some time at the end of today's session answering them. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Amanda from the University of Alabama.
Good morning, everyone. As Zach said, my name is Amanda Sisk, and I'm a regional recruiter with the University of Alabama. I actually live over in the St. Louis area, and I work with students throughout Kansas, Missouri, and Southern Illinois as we go through the college search. Now, for those of you who aren't as familiar with the University of Alabama, location-wise, we are in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Tuscaloosa is about an 11.5-hour drive from the Kansas City area. So we are definitely a little bit farther from home, but you certainly get the good benefit of some warmer weather at the end of that drive. We're also a flight into Birmingham if you prefer to fly. Tuscaloosa is a really neat city. We have around 100,000 residents, so we're a smaller city, definitely have that college town feel, college town excitement throughout the year. And a lot of students like to get off campus and explore our campus town area, which is in a really easy walking distance, or downtown Tuscaloosa is nearby. A lot of great outdoor activities as well too. Now on campus, we are a larger 4-year public university. We currently have just under 38,000 students on our campus. And about 58% of our students come to us from outside the state of Alabama. So you're really going to have a great opportunity to meet a lot of great students from different areas with different backgrounds and different interests. I think it adds a lot to our campus community. Now at Alabama, you're going to find a great balance between some really strong academic programs and also a great campus life for our students. We currently have over 200 different degree programs on campus. So some of our biggest programs will include areas like business, engineering, psychology, biology, but we also have some unique programs, things like marine science, or programs like our accelerated master's program or STEM Path to the MBA, which allows students to complete their undergrad and graduate programs in a shorter time period. Now, quite a few students will also participate in something like our honors college on campus. We have a great honors college. It can give students a great smaller community feel while still being on our larger research campus. Now, we want to make sure that our students are successful both in and out of our classrooms. And so we do provide some great support for them outside the classroom as well too, areas like advising, some really strong tutoring programs, and also great career resources. This past year, we were named #1 in the SEC and ranked 2nd in the nation for internship placement. So we work really hard to make sure that our students are prepared for their next steps, whether that's finding an internship or first job out of college, or also applying to those graduate professional school programs. Now, outside of academics, I know it's also going to be really important for you to find that right campus environment for yourself and that campus life. And I think that campus life is one of the strengths at Alabama. We have an exciting campus life at UA. There's always a lot of great activities to get involved in. It's really easy to meet new people on our campus. Right now, we have over 600 different student organizations to be a part of. We have a great Greek community on campus. A really large recreation program aside from our Division I athletics as well too, and just a really full events calendar of things to check out throughout the year. So I think it's really hard to get bored on campus. A big part of our campus life, especially for our freshmen, is also just simply living on campus. We do require that freshmen live on campus. They have some really great choices in residence halls, anything from a traditional style dorm room to a lot of suite style housing for our freshmen as well too. Now, when it comes to admissions, for our 2021 students, Alabama is test optional. I think we have a pretty simplified application process. We'll want to see your application for admission that can be submitted through our admission website. And there is a $40 application fee or the opportunity to apply for a fee waiver. We don't have any essay or letter of recommendation requirements, so the application is really going to be asking you mostly for your background, basic information about yourself. We'll also want to see your official high school transcript, and if you choose to send in your test scores, you can send in either the ACT or the SAT. We'll be looking at the course schedule that you've had throughout your 4 years of high school. We're also going to want to see typically around a 3.0 cumulative GPA or 2.5 core GPA as well in the admission process. Now, we are enrolling admissions, but we do encourage students to make sure that they meet our January 15th priority scholarship application deadline. Now, a great thing to know about the University of Alabama is that we do have some really strong out-of-state scholarship opportunities for our out-of-state students. So there's some great ways to help bring down the cost of the University of Alabama. So we have anything from the academic merit-based scholarships that are going to be based on both GPA and test score, to some really great competitive scholarships on campus as well too. Our competitive scholarships will require a scholarship application, and once again, that priority deadline is January 15th, but the scholarship application will be asking you mostly for resume type information. So both our academic merit scholarships and our competitive scholarships will go up to the value of $28,000 per year, but there are opportunities as well with national merit and national recognition to go beyond that. Now, overall cost information currently for our out-of-state students with tuition fees, room and board, our total cost is just under $45,000 per year. So aside from scholarships, we do also have a December 1st, we do also have financial aid in a December 1st deadline. Now, I hope that you'll take the opportunity to visit campus. We have both right now virtual options as well as in-person options on campus. And I look forward to working with you all this year. So if any questions come up, please definitely don't hesitate to reach out to me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amanda, for sharing that information. And the final group of the final institution during this grouping is the Florida Southern University. Anna, feel free to grab screen share from me. As Anna does, there are still some great questions coming in. So my college rep friends, make sure to check all those questions that are coming in. And Anna, go ahead and take it away.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anna, and I'm an undergraduate admissions counselor at Florida Southern College. I work with students from the Midwest and the Great Plains states, as well as a couple of counties in Florida, and I'm so excited to be here. Just to get started with some basic information about Florida Southern, though, we are located right in between Tampa and Orlando in Lakeland, Florida, and we were founded in 1883, which actually makes us one of the oldest private colleges in the state of Florida. We are home to about 3,000 total students, 60% of which are from the state of Florida and 40% are from out of state, representing nearly all 50 states and 50 foreign countries as well. Here at Florida Southern, we do have over 70 programs of study, as well as 16 pre-professional tracks. And our most popular majors are biology, marine biology, nursing, business, music, theater, and exercise science as well. We are a liberal arts college at our core, so you're going to be getting a well-rounded degree, no matter what you decide to major in. Also, regardless of your major, we do emphasize and engage in experiential learning, which basically means that you will be an active participant in your classroom. So we really do believe in the power of learning by doing and immersing our students in their field as soon as possible. And we're able to offer this engaged learning experience in part because of our small class sizes. So the average class size is around 18 students, and our student to faculty ratio is 14:1. All of our classes are taught by professors themselves, so you're never going to have a graduate student or teaching assistant lead courses, and this just ensures that you're learning from experts in your field at all times. Kind of as an extension of our engaged learning experience, we do offer these 3 guarantees, which are study abroad, professional internship, and graduation in 4 years or less. And so with that travel study abroad option, we do guarantee this through a program called the Junior Journey, which is a 7 to 10 day trip over school breaks in either your junior or senior year. You do go with the professor, so there is an academic component, and you get course credit for these trips as well, but you definitely do a lot of fun things on the side too. But the best part about these trips is that they are at little to no additional cost to students, and we have both domestic and international trip options. And since they don't take any time out of your class schedule, you can go on a trip that isn't affiliated with your major. That internship guarantee is a guarantee for all of our students regardless of major. And this is super important because 95% of employers are looking for new hires with experience, and internships can be a great way to make you a more competitive candidate once you enter the job market or are trying to get into graduate school, different things like that. And students do have the option to do internships locally during the school year or go closer to home for internships during school breaks as well. That last guarantee is to graduate in 4 years or less, and we're able to guarantee this because in addition to everything that I've already kind of talked about, students are also paired with an academic advisor in your field of study as soon as they arrive on campus, and students meet with these advisors several times per year to make sure that they're on track for graduation. We're also very transfer credit friendly, so you may be able to come in to college with some college credits in your belt already as well. So to kind of summarize everything that I've shared so far, these academic opportunities are really important because they do translate into post-graduation success. And 97% of our students are employed or attending a graduate or professional school within 1 year of graduating from Florida Southern. That is about 1/3 of our students going on to graduate or professional program, and the remaining 2/3 entering the workforce. So, I know academics and outcomes are definitely an important part of your college experience, but I also want to highlight student life because Florida Southern prides itself on being a true campus community. In fact, we do require students to live on campus for all 4 years, meaning that you're also guaranteed to have housing on campus for all 4 years. And our 16 housing options do include on-campus dorms as well as apartment complexes near campus that are set aside for our upperclassmen. Aside from housing, we do have 20 NCAA Division II athletic teams and 30 national championships among those teams. So a very winning program. And we also have several opportunities to participate in sports at the club and intramural level as well. We also have over 100 student clubs and organizations ranging anywhere from Greek life and on-campus ministries to special interest clubs and organizations like our CAT club. So basically, I mean, there's a ton of ways to get involved, connect with current students, and show your school spirit as well. So now that I've shared all about Florida Southern, let's talk about how to officially become a Florida Southern moccasin. That is the snake, not the shoe. So first and foremost, it's totally 100% free to apply regardless of how you do so. And our application is available on our website as well as Common Application and Coalition. So in addition to the application, we also need your high school transcripts and a personal statement. We are test optional this year, so you can either submit your ACT or SAT scores, or you don't have to. You can also provide a letter of recommendation that's optional this year as well. And you can submit these materials one at a time as they become available, so you don't have to worry about submitting everything all at once. And once we do receive all of your documents, we are enrolling admissions, so you'll receive a decision within 3 to 6 weeks. Finally, I know that the cost of college can be super overwhelming. So every application is automatically considered for an academic-based scholarship. However, we do also strongly encourage all of our students to file the FAFSA, which just opened on October 1st. And this way you can be considered for federal, state, and additional aid as well. Some of our departments on campus also offer specific scholarships based on audition, portfolio review, interview, or athletic recruitment. And we also accept outside scholarships and college savings plans, which just means that you can earn financial aid from a variety of sources. That's all I have. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Anna, for sharing that information. We have just a few more minutes, and I'm actually going to encourage all of my colleagues to turn their cameras on and join me here. We're going to do a quick round robin. I'm going to ask a question. We're going to go in the same exact order that we went in. So the same order here. I'm going to set us up to gallery view so the students can see all of our beautiful faces this morning. The question, and we'll go in that same order. What is the most favorite thing about your campus community? Anna, feel free to throw your camera on as well. But your most favorite thing about your campus community. Let's start for about 30 seconds. Oklahoma City University. What's your most favorite thing about Oklahoma City University?
I think it's that students have a big voice on campus because we are a small campus. Students can make that impact. A story I like to tell is that before our current mascot, the Stars, we were a separate mascot, but our students actually voted for us to become the Stars. So the students have a voice of changing their mascot, which is pretty cool.
Cool. Sarah, what's your most favorite thing about Oklahoma Panhandle State University?
My favorite thing is how diverse our students are. One thing that's really unique about us is our men's soccer team alone represents 20 different countries. So you get to meet a lot of different people here and just experience so much culture here at OPSU.
Cool. Christy, most favorite thing about University of Oklahoma?
There's so many, but I will say, I think one of the neatest things about OU is we actually host the longest run powwow that is organized by a student organization on any campus in the country. So it's really, really awesome.
Awesome. Caitlin, you're up. Most favorite thing about Oklahoma State University?
All right, this is going to be super cliche, but my favorite thing about OSU is the cowboy family, and we did coin that term, cowboy family. Like I said, super cliche, but it is something that you experience when you do come to campus, even if just for a visit. You really feel that sense of family here on campus, something you really can't explain, but you feel it as soon as you come on campus.
Awesome. Amanda, most favorite thing about University of Alabama?
I think that overall on campus, we just have a really strong sense of pride. We have a great group of students and parents who are always excited to tell people about their experience at Alabama and talk about how Alabama helped them. And that's, of course, helpful to me as well, too. But it's definitely something that you can feel when you step foot on our campus.
All right. And finally, Anna, most favorite thing about Florida Southern College?
Our campus community is definitely really awesome, but I think something that also kind of helps is that we have a very unique style of architecture here. We're also a National Historic Landmark for having the largest single site collection of Frank Lloyd Wright structures. So everything's like very modern. There's a big water dome. I think it makes it a really cool place to learn because it's not your traditional like brick and mortar kind of learning environment.
Awesome. Thank you all, my colleagues from the college side. I've learned something. Students, I hope you have as well. Students, thank you for taking the time to sit in on today's session. We encourage you to sit on another session in the next 2 hours. We've got another grouping the next hour at 10 a.m. Central and at 11 a.m. Central. You can go to that exact same website where you went to register for today to register for the next groupings as well. And the recording of this session and all those sessions will be posted there very soon as well. So thank you all for joining us this morning to learn about all of these great institutions, and we hope you all have a great day. Take care all.